Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lorena Aguirre and I post here on YouTube every Monday and Saturday. Alright you guys, so for today's video we are going to be doing this beautiful set right here. I'm super excited about it. It came out so amazing. It's a glitter in my collection that I have never used, and so I'm so excited to be able to show you guys my first time using it, just because it has been in my desk and I was looking through my glitters and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use this glitter. So I went ahead and made this beautiful set for you guys. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video, you guys, because yeah, I feel like they came out super gorgeous. And I wanted to go ahead and thank everybody who has been showing so much love and support on my videos. I appreciate you guys more than you guys ever know, because when I first started YouTube, you guys, like, I would only receive like a few comments, and then now, you know, like showing getting all the love and support from you guys, honestly it means so much, because behind the scenes so much actually goes into making these videos for you guys. Even if it's just like even if it's my easy tutorials, like there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. So I really am thankful for everybody who watches and everybody who likes the video and who has subscribed to my channel. So I'm so happy you guys are all here. So yeah, make sure to hit that like button, and if you guys are new here, make sure to join the family and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, because it will notify you guys every time I post a new video. Alright you guys, so the first thing that I'm going to go ahead and show you guys is the clear acrylic that I'm going to be using, and then that is from Young Nails, and I'm going to go ahead and have this blade. I had gotten this from Montage Nail Supply. I believe they were like $7, but you could pretty much get this thing anywhere. And then we're going to get this acrylic. It is called Desert Peach, but I did end up changing my mind, and I ended up pulling out this other one right here. It's called Desert Rose. Desert Peach or Desert Star, that one actually has like a little bit of glitter in it, and this one is like just that perfect nice light pinky nude. And this is a size 16 German haired Konski brush. I'm not sure if I said that right, but yeah, you guys get it. But I also got this from Montage Nail Supply. I believe the price of this was like maybe 20 something dollars. But if you guys would like, I do have a coupon code, and my coupon code is Lorena10 for them. But I did end up getting like just a very small bead, and then after I just wanted to blend it down right here. I still kind of wasn't sure what I wanted to do with the rest of the nail, so I was kind of like, dang, like what should I do? Right here you guys could kind of see me messing with the little bits of glitter in there, just because when I did one of my other videos, you guys will be able to see that I ended up accidentally sprinkling glitter on, and this cap was open. So unfortunately it did end up getting red specks of glitter all mixed up in this acrylic. So don't make a rookie move like me, and make sure you close your lips before you are doing any glitter work. Alright, and then after, I'm just going to go ahead and put this bead by the cuticle, and then I'm going to go ahead and blend it down. You guys see me messing with the tip a little bit, just trying to get it into place. But yeah, and then after, I knew for sure that I also wanted this one to be a glitter one as well, but I wasn't sure exactly like how I wanted to do it. But I was like, you know what, let me do another ombre. And so basically with the ombre, what you're going to want to do is just making sure that it is very thin. Luckily, doing the glitter ombres, I mean, even if you mess up, it is pretty much a no-brainer, and you're able to go back in and touch it up, so it's not really that big of a deal. If you guys are a beginner nail tech and you guys are trying to get this just right, honestly, there is room for corrections in this, so don't stress too much about laying this down. I just wanted it to be blended underneath when the client like flips over their nails, and be able to see it from the bottom. And then for the next finger, I wanted to get a larger bead of acrylic, but I wanted to blend it down. So I'm going to be very careful patting it down And I thought I was going to go ahead and blend this one as well, but I did end up feeling like it was better to do kind of more of a V shape. So that's why you kind of see me like blending, and then after I ended up changing my mind. But still, even though I am trying to make sure it is nice and clean around the cuticle area, make sure not to get it on any of the fingers just because I don't want a huge mess. And since I did want to do that V effect, I did end up putting a larger bead of acrylic right there, and then I'm going to dip my blade into the clear acrylic, and then I am going to cut through. And it ends up allowing it to cut through a lot nicer than if you were to go without it, just because it kind of absorbs some of that moisture. And yes, this is honestly, if you were to go in without it, the acrylic will stick to the blade, and then your design will kind of be a little bit wonky. But I still recommend going in there with a file and making sure to touch it up. I was just trying to push it back into place with my brush, but I feel like honestly the brush was a no-go for me. So I don't know in the future if I will be doing like using the brush to push it in, just because I wanted a nice crisp line. I didn't want it to be all wonky, so I was like, you know what, like let's use a blade. And so that was the whole reason why I used the blade. And I feel like honestly using the brush, since it wasn't straight, it kind of ended up making it curve in, and I wasn't really a big fan of it. So thank goodness for files because it helped me go back in there and get it nice and perfect. And for this nail, I know I wanted it to be one solid, like the solid pinky nude acrylic. I just wanted the whole nail like this. And if you guys are having a hard time keeping the shape, make sure to run your brush along the sides, just because it will help so much when it comes to shaping and stuff, you guys. Making sure to keep that shape nice and neat, and making sure that it's nice and perfect. And you guys don't have to do as much filing, and honestly it cuts down your time so much. And then after, I'm just gonna blend up and add any acrylic where it is needed. Don't be shy to do this, just because I know with me when I first started working on clients, I was very shy to add another bead of acrylic if needed, just because I never wanted anybody to think I didn't know what I was doing. But if you guys are a beginner nail tech, definitely I do highly recommend going back if you have to. And then if there are any fibers in the nail, make sure just to like take it off, just because you don't want any fibers sticking out of your acrylic. And then again, going by the cuticle, blending it down, making sure the apex is nice and strong, just because you don't want to end up not building your apex enough, just because if you do that, then your nails are more prone to breaking. And then right here, I went ahead and swatched the glitter for you guys, so you guys could kind of see what it looked like. But I wanted to get a little bit of clear acrylic. Make sure I wiped underneath the nail, just because it was a little bit messy when I had applied it and it dripped down to the bottom. And then I'm going to go ahead and place the glitter on. This is basically a raw glitter. It doesn't have no acrylic mixed into it, but if you guys do go to Montage Nail Supplies, they will be able to mix clear acrylic in it if you want to, and it is no additional charge. I definitely recommend going in store, just because their stuff, you guys already know if you guys watch my videos, I do say this a lot, is that they do have a lot more in store than they do have online. Their online store doesn't have as much, which I wish they did, because you guys would be able to purchase these glitters and everything that you see on my page. But honestly, even though I love their stuff, they do have some glitter collections that they do post on their or on their actual online site. But this glitter specifically, I did end up going in store for it, so I'm not exactly sure if they do have this online. I will double check, and if they do, I will go ahead and link it down in the description below. Alright, you guys, and you guys could kind of see that, like, basically doing this, I'm able to blend it a little bit, and I like to get the little specks and blend it. I don't like to get, like, the bigger, chunkier specks to blend it in, just because to me, honestly, I feel like it is not my favorite, and to kind of give it more of, like, the glitter is throughout. Sometimes what I will do is get a clear bead of acrylic, dip it in the glitter, and then place my bead on, just because it will give so many different reflex versus if I just did it like how I did the first time, just apply the bead and then put the glitter over it. This gives it so much more dimension, and when they shift their nails all over the place, oh my gosh, you guys, it looks beautiful. Alright, you guys, and then after, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab a piece of acrylic after putting the clear on there and blending it in. The reason why I don't go straight in over the glitter is because you'll end up being like, it would end up being patchy, and I really don't think it is a good look. So I wanted to go ahead and do this, but I did go back and add some glitter to it just because I felt like it needed it, and the pink acrylic kind of like washed it out too much and made it look not as glittery. And right here you guys are seeing me just going ahead and cap it. Make sure to take off all those extra little glitters that are everywhere. I probably should have pulled out another paper towel for this and another monomer. The tips that I used on this set were the thin ones from Montage Nail Supplies, and I believe these were around like $16 for them. And so I do want to mention in this, for these stiletto tips, they are an effortless one, but just keep in mind when they say that they were thin, they are very thin. So don't come at me if you guys buy these and you guys feel like they're thin and like kind of more on the flimsier side. So I would say watch out a little bit, just because if you're not careful with them, they're more prone to bend. So yeah, just be mindful of that. But honestly, the shape of them, I love them. I I personally don't mind working with a flimsier tip. Um, I believe for me, I feel like honestly it is personal preference. So whatever you guys like, some people, I know they love working with the super thin tips, and I know people who love to work with the really thick tips. I like both. The reason for the thin ones, the reason why I like it is because when it comes to filing and blending them into the natural nail, it is so easy. Alright, you guys, now I am getting a file and I am running it past the sides, making sure that it is nice and crisp, just because you guys know that was something that it was bothering me when I had first applied it and cut it, because I was like, it is not straight enough. So a thing that I was taught in another class was basically making sure that your look at the pink acrylic. Don't look at that part where you're going to be putting the glitter. Make sure to look at the pink part and making sure that that is the shape that you want. So if you want it like a perfect beat, making sure that you are looking at that. And honestly, that tip has helped me tremendously. So yeah, thank you so much, Helen, for that tip, because honestly, it has helped me so much, and I've been doing nails for about 5 or 6 years, and I had learned that tip, and honestly, you guys, it has helped me so much. So you guys, even if you guys are a nail tech and you guys been a nail tech for a really long time, it never hurts to, watch other nail techs and see kind of like what they do, just because it helps you with different things, like things that you didn't know that you needed, but you need. So, alright, you guys, I am just trying to get the glitter nice and up close to that V without actually putting the glitter on top of it, just because I don't want it to end up losing its shape. And I wanted to make sure the glitter was all the way up against the edges of the nails as well, just because I do want it to make sure that you're able to see its shape, because sometimes I do feel like if the glitter isn't all the way through the tip, it kind of looks as if like the edge of the tip's not there. So I do really want to make sure that I am very precise where I put my glitters and making sure that it looks nice. Since this is a chunkier glitter, it is a little bit harder to work with. So if you guys are a beginner nail tech, don't be shy for this glitter. It is so beautiful. It's definitely worth getting, but it does take a little bit more time to work into the nail. It's kind of not like the sugars. The sugars are a lot easier to put into the nail, but this is kind of a lot of playing around with it. So, and then I'm going to go ahead and cap this off with Young Nails Clear Acrylic. And then I wanted to get that glitter off because I didn't want just a big old thing of glitter left there. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend it down. I highly recommend capping it if you guys have a design in your thing and you guys already have it to exactly how you want it. Just because when you go back and file, it's not going to mess with your design whatsoever. It's just going to give you the shape that you need for the set of nails. Alright, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get this 80 grit file, and I'm just going to go ahead and file the sides of the nail. And then after, I'm just going to be going up and down, making sure that I am keeping that shape nice and neat, and blending everything together. And so you guys could see that swiping the sides with the brush, it helps tremendously. I honestly hardly even had to file. I am just making sure that everything is nice and center. And that the nails are straight. So definitely recommend that. Let me know if you guys have tried that method, because honestly, if you guys have pre-shaped tips, it helps so much. Or if you guys shape your tips before you guys put the acrylic on, it will help so much. Alright, you guys, and then after, I'm just going to go ahead and file the other ones that I feel like they need to be shaped a little bit more. And honestly, capping that glitter as well, it also does help with making sure that the glitter doesn't end up turning silver if you file it. And yeah, so I feel like capping the nails, it does help a lot as well. Alright, and then now I'm just going to be getting that same 80 grit file, and I'm just going to be going up and down and side to side basically when I file, just making sure that everything matches. A good way to make sure that your acrylic is matching is making sure that there is no circles left behind. And you guys are basically able to know what I'm talking about because right there you guys could see it a little bit. And basically, if you feel like the acrylic isn't all the same color and you feel like the file isn't hitting it, it means that your acrylic isn't straight. Sorry, you guys, I was struggling right there with the angle and trying to get the camera right. But right here, you guys could see that I'm just going up into the cuticle and making sure I blend the cuticle down into the rest of the nail. Alright, you guys, and I am just blending that down, and then you guys see that I ended up pulling out my bit just a little bit, just because I felt like the handle of my drill was like bumping into the edge of the nails, and I wasn't able to reach exactly where I needed it. So definitely recommend this if you guys are working on long nails. If you guys are working on shorter nails, and you guys are able to have it in and it not bump your client's nails and be able to reach everywhere you guys need. But I do feel like this tip, it does help when you guys are doing long nails. And then making sure just blending that cuticle down and making sure it is nice and neat. Alright guys, now I am getting my Mia Secret buffer. You guys already know this is one of my holy grails. I love, love, love this buffer. I love the shape of it up at the top, being able to get into that cuticle area. I am definitely interested in looking for other ones just because I do feel like this one is a little bit pricey. Maybe if I was able to find a place where I could buy them in bulk. If you guys know where you guys could buy these buffers in bulk, let me know, just because Amazon, I do have them linked down below, but honestly, it is kind of expensive, but I am down to try something new out just because the price point of these are a little bit expensive. But alright, you guys, now that she's all nice and cleaned up, I'm going to go ahead and top coat. I am going to be using two different ones to kind of show the difference between them, but this one is Tracy's Nails. The reason why I wanted to try them was because I really loved Tracy's Nails. Like when I applied it, it was nice and smooth, and everybody's nails came back super, super glossy. So I did want to go ahead and give this one a try and compare it to Montage Nail Supply. And the shininess of both was very, very nice. But this one, the viscosity of it for Montage, it is a tiny, tiny, tiny bit more thicker, but not like thick in a bad way. It's just a little bit thicker than the Tracy's nails, but I don't feel like that is a bad thing. But honestly, I've been trying out Tracy's nails and it has been so good so far, and I wanted to try out a few different top coats, so I'm going to go ahead and do a review for you guys, so stay tuned for that on the top coats because it is something that a lot of people have been asking about, and I've never been one to be like super crazy about top coats, but honestly, I've been trying a few out, and you guys, I'm obsessed with them, so stay tuned for that video. Alright, you guys, I went ahead and put them in the light for 30 seconds, and then right here you guys could see I used my Montage resin, and then I went ahead and placed it on the center of the nail. The clip actually shut off, and then I am using these glass stones from Montage as well. These are not Swarovski, these are just the stones. I really try not to use my Swarovskis on my practice hand just because I feel like it is a waste, but the stones are so beautiful, but they aren't Swarovski. Keep that in mind. The shine is not the same, but I am on the way to try to find better ones. So right here I'm getting my monomer, putting a few drops of acetone in it, and then we are going to get my Young Nails white acrylic. And the reason why you put the acetone in it is because the drying of the the acrylic is a lot better when you guys are doing 3D art. So highly recommend doing this because sometimes like with acrylic, it doesn't dry as fast, especially when you guys are working with 3D art. This is a way that you guys are able to get the perfect shape and so effortlessly. Wherever you push it, it's pretty much going to stay. I love this method. So you guys don't need to buy any special acrylic because when I first started doing nails, they did have a lot of like special acrylic to do 3D art. And you guys don't need any special acrylic. You guys are able to use actually like basically any color that you have, you guys are able to use it. So right here I'm just kind of showing you guys the ball, and I'm making sure that all the powder absorbs into the bead of acrylic because I don't want any dry patches and it being like weird in some spots because I feel like it ends up not being a smooth, nice look. It ends up kind of looking crusty if you don't let the powder absorb all the way and making sure it is nice and smooth. So just wait a second and then pat everything into place where you guys would like. I kind of wanted to build like a flower type thing around this. I felt like it would be very beautiful. I haven't been doing 3D art in a cool minute, so I felt like today was a fun day to kind of, make sure we still got it. But yeah, you guys, I really loved the way this set turned out, and doing the 3D flower, I was gonna put a whole bunch of stones going down the snail, but I felt like the 3D flower just gave it so much more life than what the crystals would have. But so I'm really happy about the way these turned out. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video and you guys are loving the new content that I am putting out for you guys just because I want to be able to do a lot more new nail tutorials for you guys. Right, and then when you guys, the brush that I am using is also from Montage Nail Supply. They do have them in store. Make sure to check these babies out. Even you guys could get these off of Amazon as well. If I am able to find them off Amazon, I'll make sure to link them down below, but I know Montage does sell them online as well. But honestly, you guys, this brush, highly recommend this thing. This thing, I have had it forever, and it's still going strong. I've had it ever since like the beginning of my nail career. So I've been doing nails for 5 or 6 years, and I've had it for just as long because I always wanted to do 3D art. And yeah, honestly, you guys, it does take a second to learn how to do 3D art, but honestly, you do the trick with the acetone in the curl or in the monomer because it helps so much and everything just blends so beautiful and it dries perfect every time. You guys don't have to worry about it slipping all over the place and everything. And then I went ahead and placed those top petals pointing up and kind of just like making sure I blend it out just because I didn't want there to be any gaps in between. So I do feel like if you guys were to recreate this, definitely do the edge petals first and then work your way in like I am doing this left side right here, because it helped a lot making sure that you guys pick up the perfect size of beads. If you guys recreate any of the looks that I have made on here, or you guys are inspired by any of the looks that I've done, make sure to tag me on my Instagram and I will repost your guys' work, just because I am so thankful that you guys are even inspired by my work. It is such, how do I say, like, it's such a compliment. Gosh, I can't talk today. Sorry, you guys. But yeah, just being able to see what you guys recreate, I love seeing it, you guys. So I know some people, they have DM'd me and showed me the things that they had did based off some of my videos, and I am so thankful for you guys. Thank you guys for sending me in. And thank you guys so much for tagging me in your guys' work. I really, really appreciate it. And I love to see the things that you guys recreate based off of my sets. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. And as usual, I'll be back with more videos. Bye.